it from the NCRT textbook. Human population size has grown enormously over the last 100 years. This increase in demand for food, water, home, electricity, roads, automobiles, and numerous other commodities has led us overexploit our environment. And there is tremendous pressure on our natural resources, and we are also contributing to pollution of air, water, soil, and land. The need of the hour is to check the degradation and depletion of our precious natural resources and pollution without halting the process of development. अगर process of development रुकाना नहीं है, that means we have to find out healthier alternatives. We have to find out alternatives which will not cause pollution of our natural resources and over exploitation of our natural resources. All right. So pollution is any undesirable change in physical, chemical, or biological characteristics of air, land, water, or soil. The change is undesirable. It can be in physical, chemical, or biological characteristics of all these. And agents that will bring about this undesirable change are called pollutants. Now, in order to control environmental pollution, government has passed Environmental Protection Act in 1986, important MCQ Environment Protection Act passed by Government of India in 1986. And the World Environment Day is celebrated every year on 5th June, important MCQ. Now let us start with air pollution. We have discussed in the lecture what normally air in the atmosphere consists of and what are the pollutants in the air, that is carbon monoxide, hydrocarbons, nitrous oxides. We have discussed about particulate matter, okay, others, sulfur dioxide. So, all these are pollutants that are bringing about an undesirable change in the air. And the particulate matter, it can be settleable, it can be suspended one. Settleable, which will have a diameter of greater than 10 micrometers, it will go and settle down, it will not remain in the air for more days. But the suspended one remains in the air for a longer duration of time. It has a diameter of less than 10 micrometers. This one is more harmful to human health and to the health of other living organisms. We are dependent on air for our respiratory needs. Air pollutants cause injury to all living organisms. They reduce growth and yield of crops and cause premature death of plants. So they not only affect humans and animals, it also affects the plants. They have a deleterious effect on the respiratory system of humans and of animals. Harmful effects depend on the concentration of pollutants, duration of exposure, and the organism. Smokestacks of thermal power plants, smelters, and other industries release particulate and gaseous air pollutants together with harmless gases such as nitrogen and oxygen. So, nitrogen and oxygen are harmless gases. इनके साथ harmful gaseous air pollutants भी release होते हैं. These pollutants, they must be separated or filtered out before releasing in the atmosphere. So we can at least do this to protect our environment. Ki before we are releasing these gases into the atmosphere, let them be filtered, be it from our industries or be it from our automobiles. So there are several ways we have discussed in the lecture also. Electrostatic precipitator being the most widely used one, which can remove about 99% of the particulate matter present in the exhaust, important MCQ. It can remove 99%. Now what it does is it has negative charge wires over here which can produce a current, which can produce a corona of discharge. Now when the dust particles, they come to this negatively charged particles, they get attracted towards them, and the dust particles, they become negatively charged. Now when they pass ahead in the electrostatic precipitator, there are conduction plates which are positively charged. So the negatively charged dust particles, they get attracted to the positively charged conduction plates and they settle over here, and the clean air passes out. So this is the most widely used thing which can be used outside our industries. It has an electrode wire that are maintained at several thousand volts which produce a corona that releases electrons. These electrons attach to dust particles, giving them a negative charge. The collecting plates are grounded and attract the charged dust particles. The velocity of air between the plates must be slow. It should pass slowly through the electrostatic precipitator to allow the dust to fall in the precipitator and the clean air to release. The scrubber is another device which can be used to remove gases like sulfur dioxide, important MCQ. S for scrubber, S for sulfur dioxide. In a scrubber, the exhaust is passed through a spray of water and lime. So this water and lime spray, it will let the particulate matter settle over here below, and the clean air passes. Recently, we have realized the dangers of particulate matter that are very, very small and are not removed by these precipitators. Now, according to Central Pollution Control Board CPCB, important MCQ, particulate size of 2.5 micrometers or less means 2.5 B and usse less B in diameter, we call it PM 2.5 ऐसे उसको लिखते हैं, are responsible for causing the greatest harm to human health. Important MCQ. These fine particulates can be inhaled deep into the lungs and they can cause breathing and respiratory symptoms, irritation, inflammation, damage to the lungs, and even premature death. So, पार्टिकुलेट मैटर ऑफ लेस देन 2.5 हमने देखा है, ये एरोसोल भी होते हैं, ये डस्ट भी होता है, ये मिस्ट भी हो सकता है. ऑल दीज दे कैन कॉज ग्रेटेस्ट हार्म and they can cause even premature deaths. Now, automobiles are also a major source for atmospheric pollution, at least in the metro cities, as the number of vehicles is increasing every day. You see, individuals are buying new vehicles, but older ones are already there. So, the number of vehicles is increasing. This problem is now shifting to the other cities also. Proper maintenance of automobiles along with use of lead free petrol that we call green petrol can reduce the pollutants they emit. So what we can do is we can keep our engines good, we can use good quality petrol so that the emission which is going to go into the atmosphere should be less polluted. Catalytic converters are one things which can be used for this. They have expensive metals namely platinum, palladium and rhodium. Important MCQ. Catalytic converters में ये तीन metals रहेंगे, that is platinum, palladium and rhodium as the catalyst. They are fitted into automobiles for reducing emission of poisonous gases. So they'll be reducing the emission of poisonous gases. Now as the exhaust passes through the catalytic converter, unburnt hydrocarbons are converted into carbon dioxide and water. Important MCQ. Catalytic converter unburnt hydrocarbons को convert करता है carbon dioxide and water में, and carbon monoxide को convert करता है carbon dioxide में, nitric oxides को convert करता है nitrogen gas में. In short, it is converting harmful gases to harmless gases. But all these conversions are important MCQs again, that carbon monoxide is converted into carbon dioxide, nitric oxide is converted into nitrogen gas, unburnt hydrocarbons are converted into carbon dioxide and water. More vehicles should be equipped with catalytic converters and should use unleaded petrol because lead in the petrol inactivates the catalyst. So अगर catalytic converters को maximum efficacy के साथ use करना है, so the petrol should be the unleaded one because lead is going to inactivate the catalyst. Again, important MCQ. Now in India, Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act came into force in 1981. Important MCQ. 1981 Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act, but it was amended in 1987 to include noise. So अगर noise include हो जाएगा तो it will be 1987. Noise is any undesired high level of sound. We've got to associate loud sound with pleasure and entertainment. We often have loud noise in our parties, in our ceremonies, in our celebrations. So we often associate loud noise with pleasure and entertainment, not realizing that noise causes psychological and physiological disorders in humans. Bigger the city, bigger the function, and greater the noise. A brief exposure, कम समय का exposure भी to extremely high sound, that is around 150 decibels. This is the sound which is usually generated when a jet plane is taken off. So it is just given as an example कि इतना high level of sound को brief exposure भी अगर मिला, it can damage our eardrums, thus permanently impairing hearing ability. Even chronic exposure to a relatively lower noise level of cities may permanently damage hearing ability of humans. Noise can cause sleeplessness, increased heartbeat, altered breathing pattern, thus considerably stressing the humans. Important MCQ. What can noise do? So all these, including psychological and physiological disorders. Considering the many dangerous effects of noise pollution, can you identify the unnecessary sources? Just think on this. There are many sources which we can reduce, okay? From the reduction of noise in our industries can be affected by use of sound absorbent materials or by muffling of noise. Green muffler is an effect where Ashoka and neem trees can be planted which absorb the sound, reduce sound pollution. Stringent following of laws laid down in relation to noise like delimitation of horn-free zones. So around the hospitals, around the schools, around the temples, horn-free zone हो जाना चाहिए. Permissible sound levels of crackers should be checked. Loudspeakers timings after which loudspeakers cannot be played should be followed strictly. So all this can be done to reduce the sound pollution or reduce loud noise. Now, case study of Delhi for controlling vehicular air pollution. Delhi, you know, is a big city with very large population. With its very large population of vehicular traffic, Delhi leads the country in its levels of air pollution. The pollution of Delhi is a big concern even nowadays. It has more cars than the states of Gujarat and West Bengal put together. पूरे पूरे states गुजरात और वेस्ट बंगाल के मिला लो उससे ज़्यादा cars हैं अकेले दिल्ली में. Important MCQ. In the 1990s, Delhi ranked 4th among the 41 most polluted cities of the world. Important MCQ. Air pollution problems in Delhi became so serious that a public interest litigation was filed in the Supreme Court of India. After being censored very strongly by the Supreme Court under its directives, the government was asked to take within a specified time period appropriate measures, including switching over the entire fleet of public transport. So the public transport was shifted from diesel to CNG, that is compressed natural gas, so that the amount of emission which is released into the atmosphere is reduced, the number of pollutants is reduced, amount of pollutants is reduced in it. All the buses of Delhi were converted to run on CNG by the end of 2002. All the buses, they were given these CNG cylinders and outlet pipes were restored for them. Now you may ask the question why CNG is better than fuel. ये चारों पॉइंट्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है फॉर द MCQ. CNG burns more efficiently unlike petrol or diesel in the automobiles, and very little of it is unburned, it is left unburned. And CNG is cheaper than petrol or diesel, cannot be siphoned off by thieves, it cannot be stolen, cannot be adulterated like petrol or diesel. The main problem with switching over to CNG is the difficulty of laying down pipelines to deliver CNG through distribution points, pumps, and ensuring uninterrupted supply. So, this was the only problem with CNG. This was solved by the government again. Simultaneously, parallel steps taken in Delhi for reducing vehicular pollution include phasing out of old vehicles where the engine was very old and it cannot be upgraded, use of unleaded petrol, that is green petrol, use of low sulfur petrol and diesel, use of catalytic converters in the vehicles so that harmful gases are converted to harmless gases before they are released into the atmosphere, application of stringent pollution level norms for vehicles, and also odd even parking, which we have seen odd even number on dates, only odd vehicles will come on even dates, even vehicles will run, carpooling, all these were the other methods which were taken. And Delhi ka pollution kam hua hai, from 4th it has come to 6th now. At least it has not increased in the ranking, it has decreased. Government of India through a new auto fuel policy has laid out a roadmap to cut down vehicular pollution in Indian cities. More stringent norms for fuels means steadily reducing the sulfur and aromatic content, that is hydrocarbon का content और sulfur का content. ये reduce करना है petrol और diesel fuels में. Euro 3 norms, which are synonymous to our BS3 norms, for example, stipulate that sulfur be controlled at 350 parts per million in diesel and 150 parts per million in petrol. Important MCQ. Euro 3 के हिसाब से sulfur should be controlled at 350 ppm in diesel and 150 ppm in petrol. Aromatic hydrocarbons should be contained at 42% of the concerned fuel, whether it is petrol or it is diesel, 42% रहना चाहिए. And the goal according to roadmap is to reduce the sulfur to 50 ppm. So in Euro 3 the sulfur was at 150 ppm, the goal was to reduce the sulfur to 50 ppm, which we brought up in Euro 4, and Euro 6 is reducing the sulfur content to 10 ppm. I've given you all the charts which BS norm is saying how much sulfur content. So just go through it in the lecture. करस्पॉन्डिंग टू द फ्यूल व्हीकल इंजन्स विल ऑल्सो नीड टू बी अपग्रेडेड. अगर व्हीकल पुराना है तो उसका इंजन अपग्रेड होगा. इफ द इंजन इज नॉट अपग्रेडेड देन इट विल नॉट बी गिवन क्लियरेंस. So all these norms were strictly followed by the government of India. Mass emission standards, Bharat Stage 2, which is equivalent to Euro 2 norms, are no more applicable. Euro 2, that is BS2, was applicable only till 2001. After that, you have the BS3 in 2010. Then you have, that is rollout nationwide. Initially, these were introduced in 13 mega cities, each of the BS norms. After that, they were rolled nationwide. And now presently in 2020, from April 2020, BS6 norms are rolled out nationwide for all the cities in the nation, which is reducing the sulfur to a content of 10 ppm. So mass emissions, details of the latest mass emission standards in India are provided here. Details are provided of BS4, which was applicable, which was implemented throughout India in all the cities by April 2017 for the four-wheelers, three-wheelers as well as the two-wheelers. But the latest is April 2020, which is BS6. BS4 के बाद हमने BS5 को skip किया है. We have directly adopted BS6. This is again an important MCQ. Thanks to the efforts made, the air quality of Delhi has significantly improved, and according to an estimate, there is a substantial fall in the reduction in the amount of carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide level in Delhi between 1997 to 2005. So adoption of all these methods have definitely helped reduce the pollution of Delhi, which is a major concern still today. It has just reduced. We have not been able to get it to a good level yet. So pollution of Delhi is still a major concern.